Hello everyone, welcome back to the review of Unit 1, Dumb Dorm. Now to give you a recap of what we talked about a little earlier was that Charles Munger, a millionaire by all rights in America, lots of money, is going to give $200 million to UCSB, which is the University of California, Santa Barbara. And this $200 million of his own money will go to building a new dormitory. Now there's just one catch. That dormitory is going to be completely designed to his liking and what he wants to do. Now that's a pretty big catch, and it has some, architect professors and staff kind of concerned over this. And one of them actually said, not just as an architect, designer, but as a parent as well. They're concerned over the style and setup of some of these rooms because they're very small, they're windowless. Setup.
Setup.
They're going to have this kind of virtual window to emulate and show sunlight and daytime, but some other concerns is airflow, getting fresh air, getting access and flow into the room. It's very small, but there's a big communal area. Now, Munger does say that this encourages the people and students to get out of the room, socialize in these communal areas with better airflow, better light, and only maybe study or sleep in just their room, not stay in their room for a long time. Communal.
Communal.
Socialize.
Socialize.
But I don't think he knows Gen Z people very well.
Maybe not.
But he says these trade-offs because he's paying for it completely, that the students should just accept this, but there is concern about the population density as well. Population density.
Population density.
Specifically, this 10-story building that he's designing, very small rooms, small spaces, to house 4,500 students they say the population density of one city in Bangladesh, I think it's Dhaka, Bangladesh, and very high density for such a small space. And there's some concerns over that for health and safety for students and mental well-being. But let's talk a little more about those trade-offs in a way.
Okay.
Trade-off.
Trade-off.
And I want to ask specifically, would you rather live in a tiny private room by yourself or maybe some larger communal space with a roommate?
It would depend on the roommate.
Right question.
So, if it was a really terrible roommate who just didn't mesh with me at all, I'd much rather live in a small room by myself. I'd have no problem with small spaces, and I enjoy my privacy. But I'm married, so I do live with a roommate. And I've lived with some great roommates other than my husband as well. So in that case, if the roommate was somebody that I really got along with and enjoyed living with, then I would definitely choose a larger space.
Okay, right.
If I didn't know, if they just asked me this question without having an idea who the roommate was, I might choose the private or small private room just in case.
Yeah.
Because privacy and personal space is very important to me. And if there was a chance of getting a really terrible roommate, then I'd probably choose the privacy. How about you?
I'm in the same situation as you. I think more or less I would choose the private room, even if it's a little smaller, if it had a window.
Okay, windows are important. That's true.
I don't think I would stay at this, Munger Hall, I think he's wanting to call it, because there's no windows, no fresh air. I'm a big person on wanting to see nature, see the seasons go by or lights change, nighttime view. I'm pretty big on that. But if, like you said, if I could pick the roommate or I knew who, then I would definitely.
Really go with a bigger space.
Yeah, my fiance and I are getting married soon, so we now live together in our place, and that's the first roommate I've had.
Wow.
So, besides family, this doesn't count.
Right.
So I've always been in my own apartment by myself, and yeah, I think in those things you learn about people's daily habits, living habits. And
It's different living with
Yeah.
someone and just being their friend or boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah, living together is much different.
Right. So, and I didn't have that experience in university like you're talking about in this, because I never knew who I would get. I didn't want certain things happening. So I liked my privacy.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's it for the review section, and hope to see you on the next unit.